All right. We are going to plant a food plot today. We were not planning to plant a food plot today, but that's what we're going to do. So we are in the plot that I shot my turkey out of here about a week or so ago. About 2 weeks ago, it was burnt down with Roundup and Liberty, which would be glyphosate and glufosinate, on the existing plot that was out here. This plot was soybeans with cereal rye in it. So we're going to rototill this up, and then we're going to spread some soybeans in it. I would normally have a hand spreader to spread the soybeans in, but I wasn't planning on planting a food plot today, so we're going to just do the old-fashioned way, 5-gallon bucket, spread it by hand. So we'll rototill it once, see how that looks, and then we'll probably come back at it again a second time, plant, then cover it with the rototiller on some soybeans. So hopefully the rain comes on Tuesday and these soybeans come up, and then sometime in the fall we'll probably spread either a brassica on it or some cereal rye again. So we'll have soybeans with a green undergrowth under the soybeans. So. It's wet. As you can tell, we were not making a lot of dust. We vertical tilled the cornfield here behind this yesterday, and it wasn't too bad. So I was hoping that in here it would be better. Well, not better, but would be more fit. But obviously with the tree cover and less wind, since we're in the woods here, it was not. But we're here, so we're going to do it. Right or wrong, we're going to do it. So let's get to spreading some seed. We just got some leftover plot seed from last year's soybean plots from my brother. So I think we're going in with a 2.6 soybean. So hopefully it'll defoliate here early and we can get some brassica spread underneath of it there in August sometime. That's seeded, man. Really should not forget your spreader. But that is seeded. We will rototill this in and that'll be planted. just got this food plot worked up. It is Sunday, the 26th of May. It's race Sunday, if they can get it in. There's storms coming this evening. And so we're gonna try some things different this year. In the past, I've pretty much just ran leftover soybeans from farming. But I wanted to get some diversity out, and so we were gonna plant a couple clover plots and maybe a brassica plot later on in the season once I get my soybean plots in. It's been really wet this spring, and when it's been dry, I've been helping on the farm. And so we just got done planting what is left of our dry ground. We have a little bit more to plant on the farm, but work these plots up. They're marginal, and we're gonna spread them. We're gonna use some Imperial Whitetail Clover on the back of the bag. We're zone 10. Northern Indiana though shows March 20th to May 15th, so we're a little late. But Michigan, which we're only an hour from Michigan, would be April 15th to June 15th. So we're probably right in there at the tail end of that planting window. And so we're just gonna spread it. We got our earthway spreader loaded up, about 3.5. We're just gonna pull the slide back to where it stops. I'm not gonna lock it over. We're just gonna spread it a couple times back and forth, get an even coat, and just leave it on the surface, and then let this hard rain, this storm come in, kind of work it in the ground, because you only want to plant your clover at, a 1/4 of an inch, and I don't have a means of getting that consistent seed depth. So we're just gonna let the rain work it into the ground and go from there. Easy as that. So hopefully we get some rain on this, 1/2 inch or so, works that seed into the ground and it starts to come up. We'll keep you posted. I'm gonna go try to potentially see if any of these other food plots that are going to soybeans till up nicely, and see if we can maybe get those planted today. But I'm not too hopeful on that, and so hopefully here in the future we can get our bean plots in the ground, and then about the 1st of June or so we still got to spray off our plot that's going to go to brassica. Hopefully we can do that later today, even though the sun's not shining. May not get that great of a kill, but we'll probably try to hit it, and then we can get that brassica plot planted. So I don't really have a good way to kind of get footage of the rototilling process, but I should probably wait till the tractor stops beeping. So I don't really have a great way to get footage of the rototilling process, but this one's going to be too wet. But I'm just going to show you kind of what the rototiller does to this soybean stubble plot. We're not going to work it. I can tell it's too wet, but we're just going to drop it in and kind of show you what it does here real fast. All right, so it actually didn't work up too bad. The soil's just moist. It breaks apart really, really well. Doesn't really ribbon out, but it just, sorry, we got interrupted by my dad. So anyways, it's actually not working up that bad. It breaks apart really, really well. It's not ribboning out. It definitely is moist. We know we got like 3/10 of rain here a couple days ago, but it was pretty dry before that. I think we're gonna rototill this up, potentially spread some soybeans on it, and when it's working like this, I'll just hit it once with the rototiller, bury some of that residue, break up some of that soil, spread the soybeans on top, and then rototill a little bit quicker and a little bit shallower to get those soybeans covered. So plant it. Just had some leftover plot seed from last year that my brother didn't get into plots that was extra or whatever. So this is actually last year's seed. Germ should be fine on it though. So we'll put it in our earthway spreader. We'll spread it out. And we'll go over it once more with the tiller, and then we'll wait for rain. We got it seeded, a little extra, but we'll put that on a plot here in the coming weeks. And so we'll just go over it once, a little faster with the rototiller, and that'll be done. So this is kind of what it looks like after you spread your first light tillage. And then as you move over on the second pass, you notice that there's one up there. Up in there. Dig around, you'll find some 10 to 1 inch deep.